Hello friends, Jennifer Pearson, Thistle Gypsy here. And even though I just did a stone video, I succumbed to temptation during Earth Day. So for Earth Day, I went to Huntsville to the Science March, and I decided that if I felt well enough, if I had enough energy when I was finished with that I would go hunt down a rock shop that I learned about when I went to the Gem and Mineral Show in Huntsville in, when was it? In October 2016. So I thought, you know what? If I have time, I don't go to Huntsville very often. I thought if I have time, I'm going to, well, it's not time really. It was how much the march took out of me was the big determiner. I would go find this rock shop, which is not, it's a little out of the way. And I did, and I wasn't super wowed with what they had there. I mean, they had some wowy things that were way outside my price range. But otherwise, it's interesting. They didn't have as much that intrigued me as they did at the Gem and Mineral Show. So I don't know. The owner wasn't there, and supposedly he has a show coming up. So maybe they keep stuff in the back. Maybe there are things they only take to big shows in larger cities or something. Anyway, they did have stuff out. They had tumbled stones, which is most of what you see here. And then something that was very interesting and useful to me at the moment was that they had all of these points. Let me get my own little pointer. All of these quartz points were, and they're fairly rough. You know, they've just been broken off of clusters. But they were, what, a pound for $10. And so I got all of these were almost half a pound for $4.35, these quartz points. So I was very happy about that. And I'll show them a little bit closer here in a minute. And what else? Here I've got a little round thing of aragonite. What did he call this? He called it blood jasper. It's essentially bloodstone, but it doesn't have a lot of the darker stuff in it. And when I went to this gem and mineral shop, this it's called Earthforged. I was looking specifically for actually these blues. I don't have very many blues, many brow chakra for crystal, excuse me, for crystal healing. I don't have many brow chakra blue, intense blue stones, and so that's kind of what I was looking for. I would have loved something kind of other than citrine that was real yellow. I kind of have something interesting here, but I don't have any idea what it is. Picasso stone here. I don't know what this is called. Hematite, black tourmaline is supposed to be very good for crystal healing. And this is blue agate, and I think this is duomerite or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. So I'll show them to you a little bit. So I'll start with the quartz points. So that, oh, I guess I'm getting too close. So this is one. So you can see that they're a little rough. This is probably this is where it was cut off. It doesn't want to focus, maybe because it's clear. It's a little difficult to focus. At any rate, there's one. We have these nice big ones. It's interesting how the camera reacts to it. Yes. Another little one, but very nice points on these ones. Some of them didn't have as much, you know, some of them were flat. Doesn't want to focus. All right. This is the clearest one. This one is remarkably clear. And the other ones you would think were clear, but until you pick up this one, which is kind of like ice clear. And then this one, whoops, gotta get it down in the camera. Quartz is not, to me, terribly spectacular, but I just thought I would show them to you, which is probably why I only had one for the longest time. And you can see how much kind of scratchy stuff is a part of this. But I don't think that makes a bit of difference when you're using them for crystal healing. It's just important that they kind of have a direction. This is aragonite, and I was attracted to the banding of it, but I was also, how do I get this up here so that it's saying no, we will not focus on your aragonite. No? How about here? Anyway, but I was also attracted to just the shape of it. And so then we have the blue agate. To me, this looks like dyed stone, and I don't know if it's dyed stone. I'll have to look up blue agate. This is not a shop that would really have, that I would think would have dyed stone. This is the duomerite or something. I'll have to figure out how to say it. And it's interesting, again, I can't get it up here so that you can kind of see the stone. It doesn't want to focus on the stone. You know, it's a little bit varied. There are, gosh, I don't know that there's really quartz in here, but kind of striations. I had thought that this was duomerite, but now that I get them together, I think this is actually amethyst, and I don't know if it's just really fractured amethyst or there's lots of quartz in there, but it's so much more purple than this, which is blue, and the duomerite is supposed to be blue. I thought that this was kind of a dark blue, but no. And that's because I have it over here by the amethyst. It's very, very purple. So yes, color's playing tricks on me there. This is the Picasso stone, and it has this kind of, let me see if I can, circle within a rectangle kind of. And I don't know what I'll do with Picasso stone. I just felt like I should have a piece. I'm not super enamored with this particular stone, but it was the best of what they had. They weren't terribly Picasso-y, let's just put it that way. Just little things of black tourmaline. They're just black. They're just black. And again, I was just getting them for the healing benefits that they have. If I'd had points, if I'd been thinking, well, I think I was looking for, you know, these are three, again, they're very directional, right? They're kind of making a point to kind of guide energies is kind of the idea here. And there must not have been other ones, or I probably would have picked up a couple more. Although, I will say this, of course, this is a retail shop. These were 50 cents each, which, you know, doesn't sound like very much. It didn't stop me from getting any. But I have to say that I really prefer to get for tumbled stones, I really like getting a mixed bag from Rock Tumbler. and poking through it and just taking what I find. There's that whole, I don't know, that whole, I guess I would say, kind of grab bag excitement and sorting through kind of thing, and feeling like you have an abundance for not too awful much money, although the shipping is another aspect to consider. And I can't remember what this is called, if it's brachiated, I don't know. But this has these shells, and I got, there we go, I got this particular one because it did have this shell that is, you can see kind of the complete structure of it. A lot of them just have, and here's a little tiny one. It shows, a lot of them just have these kind of circles like that on it without showing the entire shell. And there's, if I can show it, whoops. Oh, it's not going to focus on it a second time. There we go. There's another complete shell. So I got a little bit of that. Hematite. Hematite is hematite. Again, I got them flat so that they would easily rest on the body. This one has a very nice directional point to it. And then I got this. And it's pretty blue, but it's blue-green beauty, and it's very obviously chunky. It's like a square. It's so unusual to get, for me at any rate, a stone that is so square, but it has a lot of character, and it's very, I mean, it's just hugely throat chakra. It's just, and exactly, it's even pretty on that end. Yeah. I'm not sure what the squareness of it kind of means. Maybe giving structure somehow. I don't know. But it's interesting. Okay, and so here's what I don't know. So if anybody has any suggestions, can it focus? So we're going to get light glare, which is too bad, because what I really would love for the light to do, oh, you get a little bit of it there, but you can't see the stone clearly. Back here, where it glistens a little bit, it sparkles a little bit. It looks, you're not going to see it here because the webcam isn't going to pick it up. But it looks kind of textured. And I really am quite clueless, you know, what would sparkle like that and have this sort of textured look. Can I get it to focus again? Maybe not. There you start to see a little bit of the sparkle. This one is not. You know, so it's a brownish golden kind of stone. And there we go. Now almost. Yeah, sorry, I'm showing it to you and you can't hardly see it, but I'm trying to I'm trying to get it. It's like when I put it in front of the camera, I can see it up close better than I can holding it in my hand in front of my face. I feel like I need a magnifying glass. Anyway, so these babies are my latest loss of control, you might say, but I feel like I have a purpose for quite a few of them. Definitely, only if I were considering that doing the crystal healing work would I get a bunch of quartz points. This was a purely curiosity interest stone. And this was these two and these. But all of this stuff here all had an intention behind it. I already have some hematite, but I guess I only have one little thing of hematite. So anyway, it's something I couldn't feel guilty about, and it was under 20. In fact, it was under $15 altogether. So I don't feel like I lost control or anything. There's one other shop in Huntsville that I'll eventually go visit, but I'm not going to rush to Huntsville for only that one purpose. And I'm feeling pretty stone rich right now. But there you go. Just wanted to share it. I hope it was interesting, and take care, and we'll see you again later. Bye-bye.